Morning everyone. So today I want to share a very simplified explanation of how our brain processes negative emotion. Now, negative emotion can be anything from an argument with your partner all the way to something super traumatic. The way the brain processes it is the same, and the reason this is so important to understand is because if you can see how it does it, you can then see how you can get out of being stuck in that loop of negativity. So I'm going to dive straight in and just use this paper just to show you as a diagram. So there's a part of our brain called the hippocampus, and it looks a little bit like a sponge. And every time something negative occurs, there's a small indentation that happens. So there they are. These are all various negative experiences that you've had. Now, after the event, whenever something triggers it, so it could be a sound, it could be a word, it could be, and it could happen several times during the day, or it could be years before it gets triggered. But once that gets triggered, it sends a massive chemical reaction to another part of the brain called the amygdala. Now, the amygdala is where our fight, flight, or freeze mode lives. It's kind of the of our brain. So imagine back in the day, a bear was to come and attack you. You would either fight the bear, you'd either run away from the bear, or you'd freeze on the spot. So we don't have bears anymore, but it's the proverbial bear is whatever trauma has occurred. So it sends the chemical reaction, your amygdala goes and then the brain searches for the fastest, easiest way to shut down that chemical reaction so that you can feel better. Now, if you don't have a successful strategy in place, it will just go looking for the last thing, the best thing that makes you feel better. So for some people, that might be a piece of cake. Another person might be drinking. It could be drugs. It could be a phone call to somebody you're trying to, separate from a negative relationship. Whatever your go-to is to make you feel better. Now, normally these things are not good for you, but they do make you feel better in the instant that you do them. So you have the piece of cake and you feel better for having it. Later on you regret it, but what that does is it immediately shuts that chemical and you go back to feeling okay. Problem with this is every time something gets triggered, this process goes over and over and over again, and you are stuck literally in a perpetual loop. For some people, 30 years, same loop. Now, once you know that this is what happens, if when this gets triggered, instead of going for the unhelpful habit, you then go for something like an NLP exercise, therapy, exercise, healthy eating, whatever it is, and you do that enough times, you create a new neural pathway where the brain, every time it gets activated, searches for this beneficial way of shutting the system down. And if you do that long enough, there is evidence to show that these traumatic indentations disappear completely. I mean, how powerful is that? When I discovered that, it just blew my mind. It is one of the reasons I set up Cuddle My Soul, because I trained in a lot of these techniques that help you choose something better to be able to get rid of that loop of negativity. And in that loop of negativity is where stress lives, illness lives. You cannot survive on adrenaline mode, which is what that is. And some people do for years and years, but they become ill, they become depressed, they become, they're not living their life free of the trauma. So do comment below if that has made a difference, if you've experienced that in your life, if that helps explain why am I always stuck in this same pattern of thought. And let's make a change together. This is why I created Cuddle My Soul. I am super passionate about getting people out of darkness and into the light that they deserve to shine against the darkness that they've experienced. And see you for the next tip in a couple of days. Cuddles.